Hey everyone, Colin Receveur here. I know I promised you a tutorial on lifecycle marketing, but I don't really want to start on the day before July 4th. So I'm going to give you a quick fun list today instead. Stay tuned. Today I'm going to give you a quick list of pro athletes who have sleep apnea. Tomorrow, we're going to have a special message. And then next week, Monday, we'll start on our series of life cycle marketing. So why a list of athletes with sleep apnea? Well, I have a minor case of sleep apnea and I just use a simple oral appliance. I sleep a lot better and so does my wife. If you're a dentist who is not treating sleep apnea, I strongly recommend you go check it out and maybe even take a couple courses because it's a very profitable revenue stream that you can add to your practice and bring in a new type of patient as well as upsell to existing patients who need it. Now, it is a little bit difficult to market to patients with sleep apnea because it's so ubiquitous. In other words, patients that know they have sleep apnea don't understand that dentists can treat it. They don't even know that dentists can treat it. They're going to their MD, who's recommending they do a sleep study in a hospital probably, and they send the sleep study back to the MD. The MD is either going to prescribe a CPAP or surgery, depending on what kind of doctor he is, and the dentist is never brought into the equation. So when you're trying to market sleep apnea, keep that in mind that going into the open market and telling people that have not been diagnosed yet to come get tested is a very hard sell. Now, you can target people that have CPAP machines already currently, and it's also much easier to upsell patients that already have a certain level of trust. They're already current patients into having you make an appliance or looking at that further. So back to my list. The first, Reggie White. Hall of Fame defensive lineman, best known for his time with the Green Bay Packers. My dad's a huge Packers fan. He died at 43 years old from untreated sleep apnea conditions. His widow actually is now an advocate for men to be checked for sleep apnea. Next up, Shaquille O'Neal. This hulking man may be the most dominant NBA center of all time. He also has sleep apnea. Dusty Baker, a former All-Star baseball player, World Series manager for the San Francisco Giants, and former manager for the Chicago Cubs and Cincinnati Reds. Baker had undiagnosed sleep apnea that contributed to a heart attack and a stroke. Fortunately, he survived, and he's now trying to raise awareness as well for sleep apnea. Eric Wedge, a former manager of the Seattle Mariners baseball team. Wedge had a stroke before a game this time last year and had to be carried off the field. He later found his oxygen saturation levels were around 80% when he would sleep. I'll conclude this list with one of the greatest running backs in NFL history, Tony Dorsett. The Hall of Fame is part of the Pro Player Health Alliance, an organization dedicated to helping former NFL players and the public through providing testing and treatment options for those who suffer from sleep apnea. So I hope this helps you. If not, I hope it's at least been interesting here on Thursday. So have a good one. Keep moving forward.